spiritual path insists that you follow a certain type of lifestyle. For example, Mormons don't drink caffeine or smoke. Christian scientists don't believe in traditional medicine. Some Jewish traditions say that you can only eat kosher food. Jainism says that you have to be vegan or vegetarian.
For people who really want to imbibe the truth, there's only one thing we insist on here, and that is that if this is what they want, permanent spiritual transformation leading to liberation, if that's what people want, there's only one thing we insist on, and that's that they follow, that they apply, and follow the methods that are instructed that have been proved to carry people to that state, is all. Daily spiritual practice and any additional instruction that the spiritual leader and the Sadguru may give to address people's karmas individually, to be able to break the karmic stranglehold over their mental conditioning. So those are things that we gradually insist on, right, as part of what the instruction is, because without following the instruction, whether it's spiritual life or anything else, the accomplishment is not had. So because we know that the methods that are taught here, which date back to the pre-Chalcolithic age, by the way, the pre-Bronze Age in our lineage, so these methods are time-honored. They've been proved over and over again in the sadhanas of thousands and thousands of beings, dating all the way back to the pre-Bronze Age. So when there's this kind of environment where we know the methods work, we insist that people give their time and their vigilance to carrying them out, the instruction. But we also do so recognizing that there has to be discipline, but there should not be rigidity. So we're very careful that people understand not to be too rigid, because then, you break. Discipline and rigidity are two different things, and there has to be enough flexibility for people to be able to, when it occurs, that they take one step forward and maybe then they take 2 steps back, and that's okay as long as they rebound and continue to move forward, so that they don't have the rigidity in thinking that they're just a failure because they didn't have a good day or a good week or a good month in their practice. Having said that, the other area that we do focus on is this body. The body is the temple in which God resides, and every Siddha, every sage in our lineage, has also taught the necessity of taking good care of this biological spacesuit so that we can experience well-being in a heightened state of alertness and awareness as possible as we engage the discipline in the spiritual journey. And so the other thing that we teach here are methods for well-being and vibrant health, with the understanding that the body is the temple in which we reside. And we have very powerful and effective programs for helping people care for this biological spacesuit in a way that they can get off the medical treadmill and stay off the medical treadmill and live naturally and as holistically as possible, particularly as they age, is very, very important to sadhana, to the spiritual journey. So we wean people. This is not, a law that we insist on. We're not after people every day, for example, to lose weight or to eat a certain kind of thing, but we do put a spotlight on what is going to produce optimal health and well-being. And we help people to learn these methods, and we do encourage them. We don't insist on them. We teach them and we encourage people to adopt them. And then people make their own decision. So, what's the rest of the question?
Does this spiritual path insist that you follow a certain type of lifestyle?
Right. So, here we follow the lifestyle of the Siddhas, of the spiritually perfected love beings. It's not something we insist on. Really, our approach unfolds organically as people use the methods to test in the laboratory of their own experience everything they're taught here. Because what we find is in every case, people begin to find and experience the benefits of the instruction they were given. And as they begin to experience the benefits, they really on their own now want to know more of the discipline. That comes out of their having tested the methods in the laboratory of their own existence and finding them to be beneficial. And so rather than insisting, the method for people coming around to the discipline is one in which they have proved that the instruction works, that there's a benefit, and now they want more of that benefit. And so encouraged is the word I would use. We encourage, we don't insist. And then there is a level that spirit people reach here where they then want to become disciples, where they then they've decided they want to make the journey to liberation. And so discipleship is a little different than just being a student or a devotee, and that the commitment that the disciples make is to absolutely obey the instruction that they've been given to the letter so that they can complete the journey home. There is more encouragement coming from the spiritual leader, the guru. There is more insistence on following the instruction. But again, even then, everything is based on the ability of the aspirant to use tools and methods to prove that the instruction and commands that they're being given are efficacious, that they work, that they yield the experience that's intended, or better, or greater, so that people come to their own understanding that, yes, I should insist of myself that I follow the methods that I know work based on my experience. So ultimately, the insistence part becomes what the devotee or disciple insists of his or herself with respect to following what the science that they know works. And that's what happens here gradually, and that's the best way for that to occur. Is there strong encouragement? Of course there has to be. Is there discipline? There has to be. And the discipline is meted out by the spiritual leader, by the one who has attained and mastered what everyone else is seeking to master. The same as anything else in life.
Thank you.